Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to your reading. I'm Clarity Bay. I'm a psychic tarot intuitive, and I'm dedicated to answering the questions that are most important to you. And in your reading, I'm going to give you clear insight on the person on your mind, spiritual lessons plus connection. I will share with you everything that Spirit gives to me and not leave anything out. Please take one moment to click that like and subscribe button. Hit that bell notification so that you do not miss an important video message. Let's get straight into your reading. Meditate here on the 3 cards and pick the one that calmly draws you the most. And this would be 1, 2, and 3. Let's get straight into your reading. Hello, beautiful number 1. Welcome to your reading. I'm Clarity Bay. I'm a psychic tarot intuitive, and I'm dedicated to answering the questions that are most important to you. And in your reading, I'm going to give you clear insight on the person on your mind, the spiritual lessons, plus the connection. I will share with you everything that Spirit gives to me and not leave anything out. Let's get straight into your reading. Your energy, you're naturally drawn here to your card. Go with the flow. And this is a clear message here that there has been some sort of discord in the relationship connection. This is a time where you must go with the flow and force nothing to happen when it comes to this connection. And trusting that whichever way it goes, it is for the best. Because by pulling and tugging at this connection, then you're being asked to let go. And also, whenever you force anything, it will cause it to break. So by you being attracted to this card, you are literally being asked to let go of the control issues and accept what comes so that you may move forward. Because when you operate from a controlling mindset, you try to control all possible variables, and you really want to be in control of like the outcomes. Okay. But when you let go, there is freedom in accepting that unpredictable situations can occur outside of your control. So Spirit here is encouraging you to align with your higher self and face what comes your way and continue to make informed choices. Fighting against the current will only exhaust you physically, mentally, and emotionally. However, though, if you surrender and let go of your need to control and you attempt to prevent bad things from happening, life will then flow a little easier. Because you see, you really need to know this, that things don't always go the way that you would like them to. But if you resist, then you can't move forward in a positive way. So loosen your grip and make the best of the situation that comes your way. It's simply about how you relax, knowing that although a challenge is here in this relationship connection and it is set before you, you will be helped and supported by your spirit guides. So that's a clear message there. I love that influx of information that Spirit just gave us. Thank you, Spirit. So let's get more insight about the person on your mind, your spiritual lessons and connections. What are the spiritual lessons and the connection, Spirit? And you have here the Hermit. The Hermit card is quite intriguing. I love this card showing up in your reading. Let's pull another card. You have here addict. I love addict showing up because Spirit just gave us the insight here with go with the flow, how you could be addicted here with a pattern in this relationship connection, as well as the person on your mind. They could be addicted to this connection as well. So with the Hermit card showing up, this is representing healing. This is a time for you to really go within for your spiritual illumination. Take time out here and in this moment, to go within for clarity, because you are really on a quest now for personal growth, for the personal truth, for finding out like really what does life really mean for you? What do you really want out of life? And you think it's the connection with this other person, but it's not. It's something deeper than that. And I hope to get that information for you as we do continue the reading. Here with the addict card showing up, this is an energy that it helps you to recognize and confront, addictive behavior, whether it be in yourself or with other people. And clearly there is an addictive pattern here, especially with Spirit giving the insight, with you needing to really let go of how this connection will turn out. I'm picking up here from the other person's energy that they are unsure too, and they are really in this vibration where they don't know about, they're worried about the future connection between you two, and they are concerned with how it will turn out. I feel like, I'm picking up some energy that, there is someone in this connection here that does compromise integrity and honesty, which sets a tone for allowing addictive patterns to have authority over the inner spirit. So it's really about noticing a pattern that would be healthy for you, or noticing a pattern that would, not be for your higher good, and turning away from that energy that does not serve you. So let's get more insight. Thank you, Spirit. The person on your mind and the spiritual lessons plus the connection. What is happening here, Spirit? What is happening? And you have attempting to control others attract more to be controlled. Do you see this? Spirit just gave us that insight. Your first card spoke about control. Thank you, Spirit. This is quite confirmative, guys. Your reading is really starting out accurate AF. It's actually, it gives me chills, but I am not surprised. Because energy is always truthful, and Spirit is always going to give the truth when you allow Spirit to come through and speak. Thank you, Spirit. Attempting to control others attracts more to be controlled. Do you see that message? Thank you, Spirit. So this message here is wanting you to know that it's easy to understand, how you would come to the conclusion that your path to feeling good is through influencing or controlling the behavior of others. But as you attempt to control them through influence or coercion, you discover that not only can you not contain them, but your attention to them brings more like them into your experience. You simply cannot get to where you want to be by attempting to control or eliminate the unwanted. So this is a clear message here. I love this for you showing up. Thank you, Spirit. This is quite intriguing. Now, so because you want something different when it comes to a relationship, you want a loving, loyal relationship that offers a reciprocity energy of fun and freedom, right? Love, you want that. So that's what you should focus on. And you focus on that within yourself. And then you will attract that like kind energy towards you that is within other people. And it's there naturally. It's not something that you have to force. You don't have to tell this person, hey, treat me this way, because they will come already equipped to treat you that way, because it will be a part of who they are. Thank you, Spirit. This is phenomenal. I am so excited about your reading to see how further it will go in detail. So the person on your mind, what is the spiritual lesson plus the connection, Spirit? The spiritual lesson plus the connection. What is it? What is it? Thank you, Spirit. Ninth house, philosophy, spirituality, and knowledge. So this relationship is a relationship that is a part of your life's purpose. With the ninth house showing up here, there are 12 houses in astrology. In an astrological birth chart, there are 12 houses. And the ninth house does rule over the higher education, long distance travel and spirituality. It also rules over the zodiac sign of Sagittarius. So Sagittarius is quite significant here in your reading, okay? It's significant. So with this message showing up, this is really about, Spirit is really encouraging you to move yourself in a position where you are really focusing on your inner work, with the Hermit card showing up. And here the ninth house with your higher education. That's what your soul is really thirsty for. You're thirsty for satisfying yourself, for being proud of yourself, for completing your goals, as seen here with the Sagittarius ruling ninth house. It's about completing your goals. It's about that go-getter energy, fiery, passionate, enthusiastic energy. That's what you really want, as opposed to a connection with this other person. But you want that in that other person as well. But again, you can only find those qualities if they exist in you first. So Spirit is encouraging you. You've been interested in getting back in school and traveling. You're encouraged to go in that direction. Start making plans to sign up for that school and make that travel itinerary. Pull up that travel website and go ahead and start looking and exploring and visualizing the life that you truly want to live. Focus is the key here, and emotion. So it's really about how you feel, how you are feeling about yourself is what will manifest in your outer world. Your inner world will manifest what you experience outside of you. Let's get more insight. Thank you, Spirit. I am so excited to see Sagittarius showing up. Quite intriguing here. I also want to point out that this other person is a temperamental energies. I'm picking up that one day they're on, and one day they're off, one day they are hot, one day they are cold. And you are pretty much over that, as you should be, because you want someone that's consistent. And of course, you do deserve someone that will show up in a way of pure, genuine intent. So let's get more insight. Thank you, Spirit. So with the person on your mind, what is the spiritual lesson and connection? You have here, there you go, 10 of Wands, burden. This has been a burdensome relationship. You have felt a weight on your shoulders for quite some time. The 10 of Wands energy, I love it, because that wand energy does represent the fire zodiac signs, Sagittarius, Leo, and Aries. And Sagittarius is right here sitting next to the 10 of Wands. This is something that has been heavy on your mind, that the 10 of Wands energy. It also has been very stressful for you. So that's why you're encouraged to let it go. I love how the Ten of Wands lays naturally under your first card chosen here. Go with the flow. So let this burden go. Simply let it go. And you will see, you will walk and explore a world that is so new to you, so fun. You know, you are here to live this spontaneous wonderment on this planet. Travel to places that you've always wanted to go, explore things, and connect with people who are naturally like you. You cannot force this relationship connection if you wanted to. It is one that is naturally trying to separate. But if you try to keep it together, it will ultimately break. And if you let it go and it does come back where this relationship is, in a space where it's healthy, a healthy connection between you two, then it will be meant to be lived together a little longer. You will live life with this person a little longer. The connection will last longer. It may just be a connection for a certain amount of time between you two, and then you must go on your separate paths. Let's get more insight. Thank you, Spirit. The person on your mind, spiritual lessons plus the connection. And that card there just wanted to jump out of the deck, so I will allow it. And you have here the Knight of Wands. Look at all of this fire energy. Sagittarius. And you even got a horse here that does represent Sagittarius. So it's a very strong, passionate energy. I feel like this person has a lot of passion for you. But again, they are temperamental. I feel like this person is very spontaneous with their behavior. You never know what you're going to get. And this person does leave you quite confused. But the clarity that you are seeking is the clarity within yourself, as shown here with the Hermit card. It's about doing that inner work. It's about sitting quiet here, going into solitude and healing for your own spiritual illumination. Thank you, Spirit. The Knight of Wands energy, Sagittarius, Aries, and Leo, could be found in the sun, moon, or rising signs, the 7th house of relationships, or the planet Venus in their birth chart or your birth chart as a confirmation in this reading. But specifically here, this is about not only are you needing to be more free-spirited with your time, with your attitude, be more free-spirited, but this energy is really like a energy of, I feel like this person does, it's something to do with like a sexual connection or like sexuality. This person is thinking about something to do with this connection in and sexuality. Okay? So, and that's a clear message here with the Knight of Wands energy. But you are encouraged here to express yourself the way you fully want to and let go of things that are restraining to you. And it really starts in your mind. It is about your mind, because what you think will determine your focus, and what you focus on will determine your feeling, and what you feel will determine your action, and your actions will result in what is taking place in your life, spiritually and physically. So good one, this does conclude your reading. I hope this reading does resonate with you and inspire you. And if it does, please leave a comment below, because I do love to read your comments. And they definitely warm my heart and they make my day. I am sending you lots of love and good energy. Hello, beautiful number 2. Welcome to your reading. I'm Clarity Bay. I'm a psychic tarot intuitive, and I'm dedicated to answering the questions that are most important to you. And in your reading, I'm going to give you clear insight about the person on your mind, Spiritual lessons plus the connection. I will share with you everything that Spirit gives to me and not leave anything out. Let's get straight into your reading. You're naturally drawn here to your card, happiness. What I'm picking up straight off here is that this is a clear message from Spirit to you to know that, happiness is the spiritual experience of living every minute with love, grace, and gratitude. First and foremost. And, you've been wondering, like, well, what is true happiness? What am I doing here in this relationship connection? How do I maintain happiness within this area? Spirit is wanting you to know that, see, in modern society, you define happiness, according to your social status and like material possessions and physicality and or monetary achievements. But however, many people can attest that these criteria are temporary moments of happiness. And true happiness comes from having a sense of purpose through self-acceptance, self-love, cultivating and understanding, helping your fellow man, and having positive relationships and forgiveness of self and others. And with this card, this is asking you to be honest with yourself. Are you giving into society's interpretation about what should make you happy? Are you chasing after highly valued material possessions for self-validation? Are you hyper-focused on cultivating an image that will appear to the masses, appease them as well, but harm your health and defile your soul? Are you surrounded by friends whose financial and social status will boost your own, but who will not be around to support you even when you're down and out? So because you're drawn here, you are wanting to please this person, other people as well. You may have had a pattern of wanting to make other people happy by achievement, feeling responsible for those that are around you. Spirit is encouraging you to know this. You are only responsible for yourself. You owe no one anything. You feel obligated in this relationship connection. And you are encouraged here today and now to let go of that heavy weight, that burdensome feeling of feeling obligated. For then you will feel light and free, airy, with the freedom to make choices based on how your soul and your spirit will thrive and feel. Thank you, Spirit. It's a real insight on you looking at what will really bring happiness to you. Happiness is an inner job. Let's get more insight. Thank you, Spirit. So with the person on your mind, the spiritual lessons plus connections. You cannot make this other person happy. Seven of Wands. So with the Seven of Wands energy, this is about challenging. This is about this relationship, going through something here. It's about you protecting yourself, having your guard up, having your defenses up. And anytime you have to have your defenses up with another in a relationship connection, it's really time to evaluate why. Ask yourself, why do I feel the need to be on defense? And answer yourself honestly. And let it go. Because a relationship that's built on true love and trust, there are no defenses. You do not have to walk on eggshells around this person. 7 of Wands, that is a fire zodiac sign energy. Sagittarius, Leo, and Aries are in the top placements of the birth chart. And the sun, moon, or rising signs, the 7th house of relationships, or the planet Venus in their birth chart or your birth chart. So this is about a temperamental person here that you're dealing with. And they're making you feel temperamental. You're doing things very spontaneous, that are not in your character. The only way you should be in a spontaneous energy or nature is when you're doing something fun and you're following your bliss. Let's get more insight. Thank you, Spirit. So with the person on your mind, what's happening here? You have storyteller. I am picking up here that this person does make up stories that can harm others. In other words, yes, they do exaggerate. Yes, they do tell lies. But do not take it personally, because this is coming from their consciousness. And if they are able to control your emotions of happiness or sadness, then literally they own your emotions. They own you in that moment. Spirit is encouraging you to not allow anyone to control how you feel. I feel like you do have the ability to experience and express life through stories and through symbols. So I'm picking up a writer energy from you. You're gifted in this way. You're able to write and express yourself orally or, through pen and paper. You're encouraged to write down your feelings, your good feelings. Focus on the things that you want, because you already know what you don't want, and you do not want to bring more of what you don't want into your experience. So what type of life do you want to live? What type of people do you want to surround yourself with? What type of experiences do you want to share with your friends and family? Write that down and focus on it. Focus on the good in your life. Let's get more insight. Thank you, Spirit. So with the person on your mind, there's spiritual lessons and connections here. Thank you, Spirit. Making peace with my today will improve my future. Living in the moment is a clear message, because the moment is where you are at all times. Don't worry about the future, and absolutely let go of the past. This is a clear message here, and it may sound odd, but the fastest way to get to a new and improved situation is to make peace with your current situation. By making lists of the most positive aspects you can find about your current situation, then you release your resistance to the improvements that are waiting for you. But if you rail against the injustices of your current situation, you hold yourself in that vibrational alignment with what you do not want. And you cannot then move in the direction of improvement, because it defies law. Whatever you feel and focus on is what will show itself in your reality. So it may not show itself in a way of this other person that is on your mind, but you'll meet someone just like them that has the similar characteristics. So Spirit is encouraging you that if it's dishonesty, betrayal, deception, abuse, or something like that, that you did experience with this other person, it is very important for you to forgive that person and to let it go and to focus on the qualities that you respect, love, and admire in a relationship connection. And harness and develop, cultivate those qualities within yourself, and you will naturally attract that person to share those experiences with you. Let's get more insight. Thank you, Spirit. So about the person on your mind, what is happening here, Spirit? What is the spiritual lessons and the relationship connection? You have here air, with air, Gemini, Aquarius, and Libra in the top placements of the birth chart that I did mention moments earlier. And the person on your mind's birth chart or your birth chart as a confirmation here in this reading. Expansive here. Intellectual, inquisitive energy. You really want to grow. That's what you really want to do. And you're inquisitive by nature. You're more intelligent than you realize or you give yourself credit for. Your intuition is really high. So with the air energy, again, this is about detaching from the negative, detaching from the burdensome energy, the things that have been bothering you about this person. Thank you, Spirit. I do also want to point out here that you may be, when you do communicate with this person, because I feel like you will be in communication with this person, make sure that you communicate with kindness and tact, because that will allow you to raise your vibration. And as you do have a high vibration, that is allowance for more prosperity and abundance to flow into your life in way of loyal, loving relationships, financial arrangements and connections, and lots of social awareness and creativity. So let's get more insight. Thank you, Spirit. So what's happening here with this person on your mind? The spiritual lessons and the connection. The moon. Emotion. I can say here that this is a person that you do have deep feelings for. And not only that, this person has deep feelings for you, deeper than you could ever imagine, although this person may act detached, as if they don't care. But this person thinks about you all the time. If you were to call this person, they will pick up immediately. Text this person, they want to hear from you. Trust your intuition, trust your actions. If you must release this relationship, release it with love. The moon does rule over the zodiac sign of Cancer. And here, this is about being sensitive, being understanding. This is an emotional, sensitive person, even though they may not show you outwardly. This is why it's very important to communicate with kindness and tact, so that you may receive that energy back. Even if it's not from that person, you will receive that energy back from another form. Thank you, Spirit. The moon does rule over the mother. So the mother is quite significant here in this reading. I feel like there was something that did take place with this person and their mother. Something that you cannot or did not see, or maybe not fully understand. And that is the reason that this person does behave in the way that they do behave. Forgive this person and send this person lots of love and white sparkly light. Wish them well as you do continue on your journey of creativity, happiness here for you. Lots of inner peace and creativity for you. You are growing emotionally. Spirit is aware of your emotional quota, becoming a lot more emotionally mature and just really seeing people and situations through the eyes of Source, with the eyes of love and understanding. Let's get more insight. Thank you, Spirit. The person on your mind, there, the spiritual lessons plus the connections. And that card just wanted to jump out of the deck, so we must allow it. Let's see what you have. You have here the Hierophant. This is a relationship that offered you many lessons, lots of knowledge. You gained so much by this relationship connection. And so this is a time to offer gratitude towards this situation here, because the Hierophant energy, it is a high vibrational energy where this is like, it's about higher expectations, things that you did not expect to take place within this relationship connection, or because of this connection, are going to take place. Something higher on a higher level, something deep within inside of you that you did not know about yourself, you are able to discover because of this connection here. And it's very beautiful. It offers you more knowledge, more insight into your higher, greater self, the ability to really express yourself fully, because that is what you are desiring. You do and are interested in the connection with this other person, but your main connection is that connection with yourself and Source energy. Thank you, Spirit. So group 2, this does conclude your reading. I hope this reading does resonate with you and inspire you. And if it does, please leave a comment below, because I do love reading your comments. And they definitely warm my heart and they make my day. I am sending you lots of love and good energy. Hello, beautiful number 3. Welcome to your reading. I'm Clarity Bay. I'm a psychic tarot intuitive, and I'm dedicated to answering the questions that are most important to you. And in your reading, I'm going to give you clear insight on the person on your mind, the spiritual lessons plus the connection. I will share with you everything that Spirit gives to me and not leave anything out. Let's get straight into your reading. Your energy naturally attracts you here to your card, Acceptance. What I am picking up here is a clear message for you to know that acceptance, it's the harshest lesson that life teaches, and the one that is the most important to learn. And what I'm feeling is that this card comes to you because you are struggling to accept an unexpected change in fortune or an unjust situation, or because you are having difficulty embracing your present circumstances. And if you have recently or are currently undergoing change as a result of loss or due to an unexpected turn of events, your higher self requests that you shift your attention to the bigger picture at hand, because the only constant in life is change. And from a higher consciousness perspective, change is an opportunity for growth and evolution of the spirit. While at times change can be negative and painful, it is that experience. See, your spirit will learn valuable lessons that contribute to its overall transformation and maturation. growth. This relationship offered you growth. Thank you, Spirit. The lessons you have learned have been invaluable. It's something that you can't read in a book. The experiences are priceless. Let's get more insight. Thank you, Spirit. So with the person on your mind, what is the spiritual lessons and the connection? And you have here strength. I love strength showing up. That is quite intriguing. Quite intriguing, seeing strength, courage, control, artist. So with the strength and the artist card showing up, this relationship connection offered you, the ability to tap into self-love, self-assurance, self-respect. It offered you that unconditional love that you do have for yourself as well. The artist energy here. This is a clear message from Spirit that you are to tap into that side of yourself that is about expressing a dimension of life that is just beyond the five senses, inspiring others to see life symbolically. So there's a gift, a talent that you were born with, that you are meant to put yourself out there on the forefront. This relationship has made you think more about your gifts and your talents, and the time that you have been more focused on this other person rather than on your abilities, your creative ventures. Let's get more insight. Thank you, Spirit. So what about this other person, Spirit? The lessons and the connection. The law of attraction assembles happy relationships. So with this message showing up here with the law of attraction, assembling happy relationships, this is something you really are in a space of receiving right now, because you have been on the other side experiencing a relationship that did offer dishonesty, betrayal, and it was unhappy. So because the law of attraction cannot bring you a well-balanced, happy person if you are not yourself already that. The law of attraction, no matter what you do or say, will bring to you those who predominantly match the person who you predominantly are at the time. And the beautiful thing about this is that you are able to shift who you are at any moment in time, able to change your perspective, change how you feel, change your emotions, and that in turn will change your energy and will change your attraction. If you are not happy with yourself or with your life, the attraction of a partner will only exaggerate the discord, because any action taken from a place of lack is always counterproductive. So because you have been feeling that you have been missing something in this relationship, that is a place of lack, and you cannot gain anything of value, of spiritual well-being, if you are feeling lack. So that's a clear message from Spirit, encouraging you to focus your energy on abundance, on prosperity, on love. Stay with the strength energy that you have been cultivating here and practicing. Your self-love, self-respect, self-assurance. You know what you want, so stick with it. Keep that vision. Keep your heart centered on that relationship connection that offers you that love, reciprocity, of acceptance, true fun, excitement, and adventure. Keep your mind centered on that experience, and that is what will show up for you. Let's get more insight. Thank you, Spirit. So about the person on your mind, the relationship connection, you have here cardinal, initiation, spark, vision, Creativity. I love cardinal showing up. Thank you, Spirit. This is quite intriguing because you see with the law of attraction card, there's a vision here in this. There's vision all around, but specifically the energy is focused on its object of desire. And then with cardinal energy coming up, this is about initiation, spark, and vision. What you are desiring is already inside of you. This connection, yes, is something that you have focused on, but what you are desiring is this artistic ability that you do have in expressing yourself, and you will connect with so many people that you won't have time to spend time with all of them because it will be so many, but you will feel fulfilled because you are expressing yourself to your fullest. So pay attention to your gifts and give your energy. Follow your bliss. It's just beyond the five senses. You're meant to inspire others to see life symbolically. You're meant to be a very creative person. Let's get more insight. Thank you, Spirit. So what's happening here with this relationship spiritually, the lessons, and the connections? Five of Swords. Sword energy, air, zodiac sign energy. Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius showing up significantly in the top placements of the birth chart, the sun, moon, or rising signs. 7th house of relationships, or the planet Venus in this other person's birth chart or your birth chart as a confirmation here in this reading. But specifically here with this Five of Swords energy, this is a clear indication that within this relationship connection, there was some sort of bullying that did take place, a theft that did take place. Maybe you have felt like you've given too much of your time to this person. This person has stole your energy. Okay, there was some violence, whether it was violence of spiritual, emotional, financial, physical. But this was a situation where it was an abusive relationship connection. It taught you so many things about yourself. It taught you to tap into unconditional love here. It taught you to see yourself and put yourself first, mind, body, and spirit. And you are on a new path of self-discovery, tapping into your greater and higher version, being very creative here, accepting you for the way that you are. You really don't care. Your higher self is unbothered whether or not this other person does accept you. It doesn't matter to your higher self. What matters is that you accept you. Thank you, Spirit. Let's get more insight. So what's happening, Spirit? The spiritual lessons plus the connection within this relationship. What is happening, Spirit? And you have here the Chariot. It's time to move forward and move on with this connection. You're moving in a different way, in a different path here. On a different path. Both of you are on different paths. And it's time to let this connection go with love. Thank you, Spirit. The Chariot energy is about action and change. It's time for you to take action. And as you do take action, relax as you take action, and the change will naturally occur. You're on a journey. You're on a journey right now. I also see a new vehicle in your vortex. So you may have been looking at a car. Spirit is encouraging you. Yes, go look at your dream car. Test your dream car. Purchase the car that you want. There is a car here for you. You're supposed to feel and think and live abundantly. Healthy, happy, joyful. For those energies are in alignment with source energy. And that is why you are here, to be creatively expressive, to have a cup that is full and overflowing. So group 3, this does conclude your reading. I hope this reading does resonate with you and inspire you. And if it does, please leave a comment below, because I do love reading your comments. They definitely warm my heart and they make my day. I am sending you lots of love and good energy.